So then, etha sarvagane mane karena vichara. 133rd verse, 4th chapter, Adi Leela of Chaitanya Bhagavat. Etha sarvagane mane karena vichara ke anila deha vastra shire bandhitara. In the meantime, everybody were thinking, who brought him back? Because they were all in anxiety, where is the child? And suddenly the child appears. Now, who brought him back? Oh, let us tie some new cloth on his head as a gift. So, as a person whose lost treasure is recovered, desires to unconditionally reward the finder of the treasure, the elder persons who felt intense distress in the absence of Vishwambara now desired to reward and honor with a turban the person who had mitigated the distress by returning Nimai. That means they have to honor whom? The thieves themselves. Lord, put the thieves in illusion. Ke habole dekhilana loka dui jana shishutui konadike karila gamana. Someone said, I saw two persons here. They set the child down and then just vanished. Ami ani nachi kona jana nahi bole adbhuta dekhiya sabe padilena bole. Since no one said, I brought him, everybody were perplexed, all were in confusion. Because the gift is also now kept for this person who has brought Chaitanya back. In spite of that, also nobody is saying that I brought him back. So all were in confusion. Sabe jigyasena bhapa kehata nimai ke tomara anilapaya konathani. So they all asked Nimai, hey child, can you tell us who brought you here? Where did he find you? Who was that person who brought you? And then where did he find you? Prabhu bole, Ami giya chinu ganga tire, patha haraiya ami vedai nagare. Actually, I went to bank of Ganga. Now just see how Lord is covering them up. I went to bank of Ganga and then I lost my way. And as I was wandering on the street, two strangers took me in their arms and brought me here. Tabedui jana ama kolete kariya kona pathe ye khane huila anya. So in this way, they brought here. I lost my way and they helped me by bringing me here. Sabe bole mithiya kabu nahe shastravani daive rakhe shishu vritha anatha apani. Everyone said the statements of the scriptures cannot be false. It is said that children as well as old and helpless people are protected by providence. So they started discussing among themselves. The providence has helped. Like when Krishna used to do some Leela, then all the Vrajavasis, they used to say, yes, Narayana has helped. The same way here also. The children, the old, the helpless, actually they are protected by providence. Here providence refers to the Lord. The word Daive refers to the invisible, omniscient creator or Vishnu. Yei mata vichara korena sarvajane Vishnu maya mohe keha tattva nahi jane. In this way, everybody considered what had happened. But they could not know the facts due to being illusioned by Lord's illusory energy. So it is very difficult to understand Lord's energy, especially Maya Shakti. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Daivi Hesha Gulamai Mama Maya Duratya. Mamevi Prapadyante Maya Itam Parantite. So Krishna's energy is very difficult to understand and very difficult to cross also. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in the purport, Lord Vishnu is eternal, full of bliss and knowledge. Sometimes he mercifully manifests before a person and instructs him in transcendental knowledge. And sometimes he bewilders a person with his illusionary energy. So it is up to Lord whom to instruct, whom to bewilder, by which he generally bewilders demons. So Lord has two energies, Yoga Maya and Mahamaya. Now the thieves were completely put in Mahamaya. But the residents of Navadipa, that is the friends of Sachimata, the relatives of Sachimata, Jagannath Mishra, they were covered by Yogamaya Shakti. In this way, Krishna is bewildering even the devotees also. How? Or by just to increase the love, to relish the Leelas. The illusory energy is also called Vaishnavi or Daivi Maya. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Daivi Hesha Gunamaya. So here the verse is put 7th chapter 14th verse. This divine energy of mind, consisting of three modes of material nature, is very difficult to overcome. It's also stated in Bhagavatam, Bhakti Yogena Manasi Samyak Pranihite Amale Apashyat Purusham Purnam Mayam Chatad Apashrayam Yaya Sammohito Jiva Atmanam Tribunatmakam Paropi Manutenartham Tatkrutam Cha Vivadyate. It is a very, very important part. Paropi Manutenartham. Day before yesterday, somebody asked me this. Which is the verse which Vyasa speaks? This is the verse. Vyasadeva says, Bhakti Yogena Manasi. Bhakti Yogena Manasi. Only by Bhakti Yoga, the person's consciousness or intelligence can be fixed up. Bhakti Yoga, his mind is fixed up only by Bhakti Yoga. And then he perfectly engages himself. Bhakti Yogena Manasi. Then he engages himself by connecting in the service. Samyak Pranahite Amale. So in this way, he is not contaminated. He's completely free from all these contamination. And then it is said, and thus he saw, and then he can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead along with his external energy. Apashyat Purusham Purnam. That is how he can see the Purushaha. So when he sees this Purushaha, at that time he can understand Mayam Chatat Arpitam. So in this way, Mayam Chatat Apashrim. He can see that the external energy is completely under the control of Krishna. Yaya Sammohito Jiva. But what happened? Due to the external energy, which is under full control, external energy, the living entity, although transcendental to the three modes of material nature, thinks himself as a product, material product, and then undergoes a reaction of material diseases. Yaya Sammohito Jiva. In this way, he is completely Sammohitaha. So, Sammohitaha refers to is completely an illusion. Sampurna Rupena Mohitaha. Sampurna Rupena Mohitaha. Because of that, Sammohitaha, he thinks himself Atmanam Trigulatmakam. He considers himself to the product of Maya. Paropi Manute Anartham. He is actually Parashakti. Jiva is Parashakti of Krishna. Aparashakti is this matter. Matter has no consciousness. Jiva has consciousness. Jiva has the potency to manipulate the matter. But Paropi Api means even though it is Parashakti, he is just identifying himself with Anartha. Tatkrutam cha abhipatyate. In this way, he undergoes so many material miseries because he has identified himself with Anartha. Maya means that which is not. What's the meaning of Maya? Like there is a mirage in the sand, and somebody thinks, oh, there is a water pond. Then that is not there. That is Maya. So Maya Shakti means illusory energy. In other words, Maya is that which induces a living entity to try to understand, measure, or achieve satisfaction from material object with the help of his mental speculation. So Maya Mugdha Jivera Nahi Swataha Krishna Gyan, because he is in Maya. Maya Mugdha. Maya Mugdha. Maya Mugdha means completely covered by Maya. Maya Mukta Jivera Nahi Swataha Krishna Gyan. It's not easy to understand on one's own strength, the Supreme Personality of God. Because Maya Mukta Jivera. That is why self-realized souls are very much important. Self-realized souls' work is to spread the knowledge. Nahi Swataha Krishna Gyan. A living entity is enchanted by external energy. He cannot revive his original Krishna consciousness. So this line is very important. Maya Mukta Jivera Nahi Swataha Krishna Gyan. Try to memorize this line. Somebody says, I am studying alone. I will do everything alone. No, alone you cannot do anything. Nahi Swataha. Swataha you cannot do anything. We need a parampara. We need acharyas to be sheltered. That is why acharyas are there. Why the devotees are there? Why pure self-realized souls give shelter? Nahi Swataha Krishna Gyan. Such people are therefore unable to understand the science of the transcendentally pure absolute truth, or Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Even to understand the three aspects of Krishna, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan, for that one has to take shelter of the spiritual master. Yei mataranga kore vaikunthera raya ketan re janite pare yadi na janai. In this way, the Lord of Vaikuntha performed amazing pastimes. So who can understand those pastimes until the Lord reveals them? So in this chapter, we saw various pastimes and how when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is born, he wants everybody to chant. So what he is to do, he is to just cry. When then they understood that his cry can be stopped only by our chanting Krishna's name. Then they used to chant Hari 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 Hari. Then the child is to stop crying. Again, when he starts, again they have to chant. But in this way, he made the residents of Navdeepa chant the name of Hari. Even when he was born also, everybody was chanting the name of Hari because they were taking bath in Ganga. And it was lunar eclipse. And then there is a pastime where the child throws the things here and there. He's just 4 months old. But he just turns down upside down the bag full of corns or paddy. Everybody is to be surprised. Who is doing this? Devi Devatas is to come and visit and take darshan of Lord. That also pastime we saw. Also we saw the pastime of how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, once he caught hold of the snake, and that snake is actually Adishesha, coiled around. And that snake coiled around, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu slept on the snake, and seeing these people were horrified. They were trying to throw out the snake, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, small baby crawling and pulling and trying to catch hold of the snake. Also pastime we saw this pastime. So in this Leela, this childhood Leela, there are various pastimes. And all these pastimes were only giving bliss to Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata. So Ranga, one of the name of Krishna is Ranga. Ranga means to enjoy pastimes. We have Ranganatha. The meaning of Ranga means enjoying the pastimes. Panduranga. We have 2 Rangas. Panduranga, Ranganatha. In Ranganatha also you have 3 Ranganathas. Adi Ranga, Madhya Ranga, Antaranga. In Mysore we have 2. Adi Ranga, Madhya Ranga. Then you have Antaranga. Sorry, Antaranga, Madhya Ranga in Mysore, and Adi Ranga in Ranganatha. So in this way, there are 3 Ranganathas in this universe. And there is Panduranga. When Krishna comes after herding the cows, Krishna the dhuli, the cows when they walk, they just spread the dhuli, or the dust is just spread everywhere. And that dust comes and sticks in the face of Krishna. And this way Krishna act like powder is applied when the person looks fair. When this way Krishna looks white, fair. Krishna is black. But then this white powder sticks on his face, that is why it's Panduranga. Ranga means to enjoy the pastime. Ranga mancha, we say, that is when you have a stage, the stage, who is dancing is Krishna who is dancing. So here also it has been said, Yai Mata Ranga Pare. That means he's enjoying the pastimes. For an explanation of the second line of this verse, one may refer to the prayers of Brahma, 10.14.20. So Brahmaji, after the Brahma Vimoha Leela, he prays, Ke tanre janite pare yadi na janai. So in that, the prayers is, who can understand you, Krishna? It's not so easy to understand Krishna. So you'll see this verse, 10th chapter, 10th canto, 14th chapter, 29th verse. So we'll try to see this verse. Athapite deva padam bhujatva prasadaneshanugritaye vai janati tattvam bhagavan mahimna nachani pichiram vichinvan. When we had done this 108 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, we had done this verse. Athapite deva padam bhujatva. Api, Lord is my Lord is a supreme. Padam bhujatva. He has wonderful two lotus. Prasad leshanu gruhita evahi. Prasada. Prasada means his mercy. Only by his mercy a person can understand lesha. Lesha means just a trace about his opulence, about his sweetness. Janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno. Not so easy to know him. Janati tattvam. To know him, what is required? His mercy is required. Nachanya ekopi chiram vichinvan. Even though for a long period a person may speculate on the opulence of Lord, the sweetness of Lord, but it's not so easy. Athapite deva padam bhujatva. Though he is a supreme personality of Godhead, to understand him, one has to attain his mercy. Without his mercy, difficult to understand. Prasad leshanu gruhitayava. Prasad means mercy. To know him, one requires his mercy. That is what is given here. Ketanri janite pare yadi na janiya. Until unless Lord reveals, one cannot understand. He may try to hear, he may try to speak, he may do various activities, but until unless his mercy is there, not so easy to understand him. And how his mercy flows? Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. So yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. Without the spiritual master, impossible to understand Krishna. And without Krishna, impossible to understand the glories of the spiritual master. Nagati kutopi. No, it's not so easy. Veda gopya ye sab akhyana se shune. Tandra dhruda bhakti chaitanya charane. So whoever hears to this Veda gopya, see, this word is very important. Veda gopya. There are certain tattvas which is even hidden in the Vedas, like Radha tattva, difficult to find in the Vedas. But Bhagavatam, though emanates from the Vedas, is not found in the Vedas. Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam shukamukhat amritadharma samyutam. Nigama kalpataror. Nigama means Vedas. Vedas are compared to the desired tree. Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam. This galitam phalam is the Ved, is the Bhagavatam. Galitam means which is now falling down. That means it is no more in the tree. So Bhagavatam emanates from Vedas but not found in the Vedas. And Bhagavatam speaks about Radha Tattva. In the same way, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Bhagavatam is also Galitam Phalam. When you say Bhagavat, Bhagavat means about Krishna. Bhakta Bhagavat, Grantha Bhagavat. Two things about even the devotees. So Galitam Phalam, you cannot find. Because who is Vrindavan Das Thakur? Same Vedavyasa incarnates and writes Chaitanya Bhagavat. You say, oh, that Bhagavatam, no? Srimad Bhagavatam, 18,000 canto, 18,000 verses. That is not found. What about this Bhagavatam? So you cannot just differentiate between Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Bhagavatam. Both are same. Because Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are same and the pastimes are also same. So one cannot find this confidential knowledge in the Vedas. Ye sab akhyana ye shune. Whoever hears to this confidential pastimes, Tandra Drudha Bhakti Haya Chaitanya Charane. Then that person will have Drudha Bhakti. This is very much important. Drudha Bhakti. Bhakti is dependent on our determination. How determined we are to serve Krishna. So, Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana bahushakha anantashta buddhayo vyavasayam. If a person goes here and there, sometimes this puja, sometimes that puja, sometimes taking shelter of the Devi Devata, then he is not having Drudha Bhakti. Drudha Bhakti means always one pointed attention to serve Krishna. For that he can go and take some strength from the demigods, not a problem. Like Arjuna, he wanted to fight the war because Krishna wanted. He got Pashupatastra from Lord Shiva. Arjuna got from Sun God also. So everybody gave something or the other to Arjuna, getting the strength to obey the orders of Krishna, to serve Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chanda Jana Vrindavana Dasa Tachupade Yuge Gana. In this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is my life and soul. Vrindavan Das Thakur says. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chanda Jana. He is my life and soul. They both are my life and soul. And Vrindavan Das Thakur thus sings the glories of that lotus feet. Thus ends our English translation of the Gaudiya Bhashya of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, chapter 4, entitled Name-Giving Ceremony, Childhood Pastimes and the Kidnapping of the Lord. In this name-giving ceremony, the first name was Vishwambhara and the second name is Nitai. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared to take all our bhara. So if a person is sincerely serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, always eager to hear the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blesses them and gives them the special strength to chant more, because for this Kali Yuga, it is chanting. Kalirkale Namarupe Krishna Avatar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared in the form of name. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is teaching us how to chant so nicely so that we can attain Lord Krishna. So here we'll stop. Any doubts you can ask. Because tomorrow onwards, eating the Bendican Brahmanas offerings. Very beautiful Leela. Many times the devotees do drama in this Leela. So if possible, Parina Mataji is there? Not there. So Aruna Mataji can inform Parina Mataji. We can have children performing this Leela before Maharaj. It's just 3 days. Doesn't matter. Our children are very expert. Aruna, please unmute yourself.
Okay, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
So see that our children are performing this Leela, eating the Mendican Brahmanas offering. Very, very simple drama, but very important drama. The characters also there required are just 2, 3 only. So our Maharaj also will bless the children. Let the children also sing, possible. They can sing Ugram Veeram, the whole shloka. Or they can sing, I'll give you Karavalambam Stotram of Narsimha. Some 4 or 5 padas also they can sing. I'll also sing, they will also sing with me. So Karavalambam Stotram for Narsimha. So So this is very important, and this celebration is very, very important for all the bhaktas. They should come. It is in the new site. I don't know. Jagannath is studying first. Let Narsimha Yagya happen. So it is Lakshmi Narsimha Yagya, 5 o'clock, 5 to 6 o'clock. Take advantage. Come. Narsimha Yagya is very, very important. So Jagannath is asking Narsimha to clear all the any obstacles, anything is coming, please clear everything. So that Jagannath can come very soon. In June, installation of Jagannath will be there. So all of you should come early. In the afternoon, 12 to 1, there will be a small seva where flower decoration, flower tying, vegetable cutting, 12 to 1:30. Any of this fasting whole day. And children also have holidays. Even children can help in 4 o'clock. See that all the children come by 4 o'clock there. Before Maharaj comes, everybody should be there. And in this yajna especially, all the children also should be present. Because Maharaj loves children like anything. If children chant the shlokas, he is more happy. Some Bhagavad Gita verses also our children can chant. So Aruna, just see that children are given different tasks. Maharaj's special blessings on the children will make them very intelligent also. Maharaj is actually very famous for teaching profession. He is a very good teacher, inspires other teachers also. I did my TTC 1 from Maharaj. Then again, I had to do TTC 2, but in this Mayapur, they said, no, you have to do again TTC 1, TTC 2 is a combined course, so I had to do again. Okay. Any doubts?
Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Wait, Sachadev Prabhuji is asking. Anybody has doubt? Raise the hands, or I have to search who is asking.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
Mataji, text number 137. He said, the Lord replied, I went to the bank of the Ganges and then lost my way. He said that this was a covering. Can you explain a little? You said that Lord was covering something. He was
covering that lila.
Yeah. Can you please expand on this, please?
Your voice is breaking, Prabhuji. Keep your speaker near you.
Can you expand on this, Mataji?
See, it is up to Lord to cover. Even if a person is doing some mistake, like Brahma did a mistake, Indra did a mistake, Lord cover. Though they are all demigods, but they are Lord cover. The same way, in this life, Lord says, no, the thieves took me, I put the thieves in illusion, then I came and stood. Then they will come to know that Krishna, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't want anybody to know that he is God. That is why he says that.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, who is B? Okay, you have question. Tell.
Text number 1.
सचदेवा प्रभु अपनी वीडियो ऑफ करिए, आपकी आवाज बहुत ब्रेक होती है, वीडियो ऑफ करिए.
You off the video in this. Now tell.
Yeah, last question. Text number 142. Whoever hears these topics which are confidential to even the Vedas. You explained very nicely this point. But my query is that you said that Vedas are spoken by the Lord, they are of origin, etc. So everything is included in the Vedas. So then why do we say that they are confidential even to the Vedas when everything is included in the Vedas?
Everything is included in the Vedas. Krishna has given all the knowledge in the Vedas. But it is up to Krishna whether to include his sweetness in the Vedas or not. Opulence has been included in the Vedas. But the Kriya pastimes, that too with the Vrajavasis, not necessary that Krishna has to give everything. Like even in our material life also, even though you may be a very good friend of somebody may be surrendered to you, children are especially surrendered to you, you may not include certain pastimes which you have, certain activities which you have with your wife. It's up to Krishna whom to say, what to say. Sometimes certain things are not told even at home also. It's up to the person. When a person has such an independence, why Krishna should not have independence? And Krishna is completely Swaraj. It's up to him. Because to know Krishna's pastimes, Krishna intentionally says, take the shelter of my internal energy. That is Srimati Radharani. So it's up to
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Mataji. Thank you. Thank you.
You do something with your mic, Prabhuji. Go and change the whole set. B. Saharan.
Okay,
Who is B. Saharan? First time I've seen this name.
Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji, it is me, Bimlesh.
हाँ? अच्छा.
माताजी मैं बिमलेश हूँ.
ठीक
हाँ
है.
जी माताजी. माताजी आपने ना ही स्वतः कृष्ण ज्ञान बताया तो फिर भी लेकिन बोलते हैं स्वाध्याय रिकमेंड करते हैं.
वो सुनने के बाद, श्रवणम के बाद स्वाध्याय. पहले स्वाध्याय करेंगे तो पूरा स्पेकुलेशन में जाएंगे. जितना हम श्रवण करके फिर स्वाध्याय करेंगे तो वो पूरी तरह से हम उसको ग्रहण कर सकते हैं.
ठीक है माताजी. हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. And the program that day will be also in the Zoom. So Aruna Mataji inform. As soon as Maharaj lecture starts, it will be in the Zoom. Some part of Yajna also will be in the Zoom. Abhishek also will be in the Zoom. We can even start for 3 hours, but the only thing is 3 hours Zoom is too much. Maybe half an hour we can give. If you want 3 hours also, we can put directly from when the Yajna starts, from Yajna, Abhishek and Maharaj class. So children all have to be prepared. Okay? Hare Krishna. And Kalyan, some children want to take part also. Maya Mataji, Maya Pokarkar Mataji. If Kalyan children want to do something before Maharaj, then also ask Mohini Mataji what can be done. Some Narsimha dance. And as Haribol, Aruna, just ask even Kapil Kiyavat Prabhu, his daughter does very nice Narsimha dance. So she can dance Kathak on Narsimha Aarti. And Maya Pokarkar Mataji, you tell to Mohini Mataji if she can arrange some dance or song or whatever. Maharaj loves kids like anything. Okay.